You're live. Yo, can you guys see me? I'm out here live. 0 people watching. 5 a.m. in the morning. Doing my 5 a.m. walk. I think, shit, can you not see me? Let's just wait for people to come in. Hold on. Yo, what up, people? This video I'm gonna talk about I can't talk too loudly because it's like 5 a.m. in the morning and people are sleeping. But yeah, I'm gonna decide to talk about me going to Ghana and shit. And my life again? Shit, okay. Yeah, in this life, I'm gonna talk about me going to Ghana and how nervous I am. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm super nervous. I'm super anxious, especially when seeing my family. Because I've never been to Ghana, maybe once when I was like 8 years old. And it is a scary thing to me. You know, you might see me travel and stuff. But the thing is, confidence, courage. Confidence is something like a muscle, right? You can only have it as long as you use it, right? Use it or lose it. And since I have not traveled in like almost a year, I feel so vulnerable. Oh, wagwan, bruv. Wagwan, Raskla. How you doing, blood? So yeah, like it's the first time I'm traveling after a year or so, and I'm going to Ghana, and my family has never met me. Like maybe I was a kid and I'm too young to remember, but like I'm scared as shitless. Yeah, and I'm actually going there to do videos for you guys because now I've got my course out, my website is out. I can afford to travel, and I can actually give you guys like videos that you guys want to see. You know? Yo, Alonso, give me a shout. Like, do you guys want to see like when I travel and shit? When I kind of like do videos in Africa, would that be something of interest to you? Let's see. So yeah, crazy. No. Also, like there have been like suggestions of me doing like videos in regards to courage and confidence. And I want to tell you guys something about courage and confidence. Courage and confidence, they're both two different things. You can be courageous, but you can't be like there's situations where you can be courageous. Everybody. So, oh, the internet is really bad. Sorry, man. So yeah, anyway, so when I was first traveling, I was super nervous because I never had the experience. So I had the courage. I took the leap of faith to travel. Yeah, I took the leap of faith to travel, and that is courage. But after I had the experience of traveling for quite some time, I became less nervous. And that is like the confidence I've gained from traveling, right? So, in a way, confidence is courage without experience. But without the courage, you can't really have the experience, if you get what I mean. And when I talk to a lot of y'all, you guys say that, oh, in school, I was ignored and so and so. And I get that. But then again, we like it is easier said than done, but like we don't even like expose ourselves to social situations at all, right? Like if we actually like get ignored in school or stuff like that and avoid social situations, then it's a lot harder to like make new friends, and it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. So what I'm trying to say is, even though it's very hard and it's easier said than done, I know, right? But like, don't isolate yourself, because in your room you're not gonna meet anyone, right? I always used to do that. Like for the 3 months that I was like literally lonely and shit, I was just like game and game and game and play PlayStation and stuff, and that would give me comfort, but not just enough comfort to like not leave the house and stuff. So what I'm asking you to do, guys, you guys gonna have to have some form of courage in order to actually develop confidence. That's just my opinion, because without without courage you can't develop confidence, right? Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. By the way, I've opened a Discord group. Anybody who's interested in Discord group, to joining the Discord group, I can add you guys. It's pretty interesting how people talk about stuff and connect and support each other, kind of thing, you know? And I like talking to my fans personally. Look at this, everybody's asleep. And I left my house just to do the lives. And it's cold. So much to dedication, right? And yeah, man, and if you guys haven't checked out my website, I'm gonna put a link down below. Awesome. I've written some blogs about like how to like not be scared of being boring. And in a way, it's like, let me tell you something. If you're scared of being boring and if you feel like people are ignoring you, right? First, you gotta have courage. You have the courage to kind of like not avoid social situation, or even if you avoid social situation, like put yourself in a place where you have at least a 1% chance of like somebody approaching you or you meeting people. But in your room, there is like no chance of meeting people, right? Second of all, a lot of time it's not what you say that makes you boring or that makes you interesting, but it is how and when you say it. And it makes no sense right now, but let me explain. So let's say you talk to somebody and you worry about what to say. You don't have the confidence to what to say, right? Then you kind of put a lid on your personality, like you put a lid on your unique personality, and you don't let loose. You become awkward and you restrain yourself. You know, it's like a self-imposed restraint in a way. But if you instead worry about how and when to say something, then you can say whatever you want, as long as you say it in a correct tonality, and you kind of like make the context fit to what you are saying. So in this way, you have kind of more leeway and more, how do I say it? More flexibility in your personality, and you don't always have to kind of watch what you have to say or what you want to say, because it doesn't really matter as much. Now, don't get me wrong, like what you say is super important, but most of the time when you communicate, it is how you say it, your body language. When you're not talking, basically, that's like your body language talking for you. That's why how you say something is more important technically, you know? But you can't just like say bullshit, right? Like if you see in my course, I think it's like how to avoid rejection or how to kind of like never get rejected. I kind of talk to people given like Game of Thrones lines, such as like, oh, winter is coming and so and so. And you see me kind of make it work, right? And I said something really stupid, but I said it with conviction and with confidence behind my voice. Why do I have the confidence? It's because I had the courage many, many years ago to actually start practicing my conversation skills. And with the experience, the courage became confidence. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. because now where you know the little simple trick about how to say it and when to say it, basically saying something with confidence behind your tonality and backing it up and making this year gonna be my game changer. Yeah, gonna be a game changer for sure. Definitely. Bro, go on Discord. And we kind of like plan out on how to kind of like troll some bigger YouTubers, you know? What I'm gonna suggest is go on Discord and kind of join the discussion. It's like a top secret mission, and I feel like at least if it works out or if it doesn't work out, it kind of brings us all together. You know what I mean? Hey, by the way, if you watch this after the fact, because right now I've only got like fucking 2 people watching, right? Which I'm appreciative of, right? If you watch this after, if you watch this currently now, put on your New Year's resolution, bruh. I want to know what your game is for 2020. Do you know what I mean? Because you gotta know what you want. Don't worry about how you want it. Worry about what you want, because then you actually kind of like know how to move. The how comes later, but now comes the what. Because imagine you kind of like go in a restaurant and you don't know what to order, and you tell the waitress, hey, give me whatever, I don't know, you know? Then there'll be a lot of confusion there, right? But if you know what you want, then eventually you can figure out how you can get it. Yeah. And then also, after Africa, let me tell you something. After Africa, I'm actually planning to kind of like go back to different places. Maybe South America or maybe Asia. I don't know, man. Well, I can literally get some more footage for you guys. Probably South America, so I can kind of like see the chica calientes. But I'm a bit nervous about South America because I don't speak the language. And it'll be new, like, a bit massive challenge for me. But yeah, I hope you guys can relate with me because I'm actually quite nervous. And I'm not gonna have internet either. Like, I'm gonna have maybe internet for a bit in Ghana. So I'm gonna have to start being more like organized and schedule my videos. Oh shit. Crazy. I wanna work out. Wait, hold on. Wait, I can't read your comment. I wanna work out and be able to socialize without worrying. Bro, if you 5'11" or 5'10", bro, you a pussy magnet. Like, I am 5'8", I'm short, yeah? But if you work out and if you tall and this and that, and you happen to kind of like go to Japan, bro, you'll become a giant. You'll become a giant. And like in my Discord server, they said I should talk a bit more about girls in Japan. I'll talk about girls right now. Okay, let me talk about girls in Japan. If you want to have girls in Japan, there's kind of 2 types of girls you want to have, you want to try, right? There's the one type, like the wannabe innocent girl that does not speak English and is wannabe pure Japanese, alright? Those are the hardest to get, especially if you're black. If you're white, you haven't got so much of a problem. But if you're black, those are the hardest to get because in order to get them, you kind of have to speak the language. Super hard. I'm telling you, super hard because most Japanese women, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straight up. Most Japanese women think that black people are scary. You know, I used to live with a Japanese guy in Australia and he ended up becoming my best friend, right? And he said, before I met you, I didn't like black people. And I was like, what? And I was like, but you changed my mind, you know? So I want to meet you in Ghana. I want to come and visit you in Ghana because I'm more open-minded now, you know? And I was like, what? And you kind of like have to kind of like approach them in a way that you can change their mind. But in order to do that, you have to speak their language. Then there's just second type of girl, Japanese girl. They're literally out there, bro. They're out there to hunt for foreigners. They're out there to hunt for foreigners. And These are easy to get if you know how to. They're difficult to get if you don't know how to, but they're easy to get if you know how to. And I'm gonna tell you how you can get them. It took me a very long time to figure it out. Gaijin Hunter. Yeah, bro. And you're gonna have to watch some of my videos where you can literally identify them. The way I learned, previously, I went to Japan twice, right? And the first time, I stayed there for, how long? 3 months? 2 months? And I got no play at all. First of all, because it was my first time traveling and I wasn't really interested in girls, and I was more like sightseeing, and I was more like in arcades, and I was more playing games. And when I was clubbing, I was going I wasn't the right person. I was trying to get the girls just like you would get in Europe, right? But if you're in a new country and you go clubbing there, you want to have to watch out, because maybe the first time you want to kind of like chill out and lay back in the club to see what the atmosphere is, because everybody has a different culture. In some cultures, you can't just go up and approach people, right? I'll tell you guys a story about it in a minute in Malaysia, what happened to me, man. Me and my friends. But what you want to do is you want to lay back and check out the culture, because not everywhere is the same. It's not all a fit all thing kind of thing. You kind of like have to kind of adjust. So in Japan, you have to go to the club and lean back and chill. And guess what? Once the alcohol kicks in, once the alcohol kicks in, the girls become more loose, more open, and they will have to approach you. You can't approach Japanese girls. That's out of the norm. They will have to approach you. And the way they approach you is super subtle. Super subtle. You won't notice. But in a way, they will kind of like brush with their shoulder on you, like super accidental. It's like almost like a guessing game, right? Very, very difficult. And once they do that, ignore them. Continue ignoring them. Because in that way, in my course, I explain it as well. You know, you always want to be a little bit behind the person, yeah? Let's say you're talking to somebody and that's the comfort zone. You want to be 10 millimeters behind the comfort zone. So if they are comfortable with you asking for their name or for their Instagram 20 seconds ago, you want to wait an additional 40 seconds before you ask for their Instagram. Make sure they're super ready, because you don't want to risk it. So in a way, when the Japanese girls brush on up on you, right? They are ready for you to approach them, but you want to give it some more time. You don't want to rush it, right? And then once you talk to them, they'll be all friendly and all polite and shit. You can either decide to dance with them if you don't speak the language. If it's one of those girls that are like gaijin hunters, then you don't really have a problem, because they will do everything for you. But if it's one of those quiet ones, you can either go and sit down and talk with them for a bit, or you can go and dance with them, so you don't really have to talk, right? But eventually, at some point, you want to take their hand. You want to see who they're there with, but eventually, you want to take the hand. That's the main mistake I used to do the first month when I was in Japan. I never used to do that, right? You want to take the hand and lead them out confidently. No, Gaijin Hunter is not an anime thing. Gaijin Hunter is basically girls who are in Japan who actually are after foreigners. And I was just explaining how you can get them. The way you can get the girls in Japan, basically, let me explain, is you go to the club, you lay back and you observe. Because the first time I was in Japan, I could never get any girls for the first 3 months, right? But what I figured out is you can't approach girls in Japan. You can't do that, because it's out of the norm and they feel judged by their friendship group. So what will end happening is they will have to approach you, but when they approach you, it is not obvious. They will brush on your shoulder and shit, you know, like it's very subtle. And you kind of like have to ignore them for the first hour or so. Because like I say in my course, you're gonna have to make them extremely comfortable around you. And if you approach them, that's too aggressive. But over time, when they're enough comfortable enough around you and their friends have accepted you and shit, you want to grab their hand and lead them out and don't explain nothing. You know, if they say, where are we going and shit, they're trying to play the awkwardness game, they're trying to play the innocent game. But in reality, they're the least innocent people in all countries I've met girls. Literally. Let me give you an example. One time, I took two girls home and one of them was like whispering all dirty shit in my ear, and I was like, hang on, girl. Hang on. You know what I mean? I'm not ready for this yet, you know? While we were walking towards my hotel, we met one of my Japanese friends, right? And I introduced them really briefly. And all of a sudden, she switched all up on me and saying like, switch up on me and on the guy and says, oh, in Japan, you know, it's an honor to be here and meet foreigners. You know, like she kind of like trying to cover up that she's about to kind of like come home with me, you know? And there was a point where I thought to myself, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not getting any. Maybe she's just coming to drink tea, you know? But no, that was just a facade. After behind closed doors, both of them went wild and crazy, you know? So don't let that fool you, you know? Like a lot of times, you know, you have to have the confidence to kind of go through with things, because sometimes what girls will do is they kind of like try and get you, they're trying to question your confidence, and you have to kind of like plant your feet and stick with what you kind of like want to do. And don't tell them where you're taking them either, you know? Tell them, or you will see where we're taking you, because they already know. But if you tell them, they kind of like start to feel slutty a little bit, and they kind of like get their defense mechanism up, you know, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, just to summarize before I close, courage and confidence, they're two different things, right? Courage is being brave, going out there and doing something. Confidence is being brave, going out there and doing something with experience. I gave you the example of me going to Ghana. Sadly, I won't be studying in Japan, and I'm either going to Germany or Holland. Bro, if you come to Germany, I won't be here because I'll be traveling, but maybe I can meet you. Come to Germany, but be careful because it's very hard to make friends in Germany. Very, very hard. Like, obviously, if you go in an international school or if you're part of a community, yeah, cool. But like, even Joseph had problems, bro. Because in Germany, like, as much as I love these people here, right? They're a bit like, they've got like a kind of, they think they're better than everybody else, you know, like different races, you know? So in Germany, I find, and please don't get offended, but I'm telling you the truth, and I don't give a fuck if you dislike this video because I'm gonna tell you. I find that Germany is the only country where it's acceptable to make fun of somebody for being different. It's just like banter, you know? So yeah, man, keep in touch with me, and I'm kind of like trying to give you tips if you really go into Germany. But best of luck, man. Yeah, bro. Be careful what you write in my chat. Because YouTube is on me, man. Like, be careful what you write on my chat, because YouTube is on me, man. Like, shit. They're trying to demonetize whatever I'm trying to post. So I'm kind of posting the girl stuff at the end. I'm kind of posting the controversial stuff at the end, and I don't start off with that. So the YouTubers, you know, gonna have to watch at least 24 minutes of my videos before they can decide to demonetize me. You know what I mean? And I'll get additional views. But yeah, anyway, man, keep in mind, I didn't know they did live streams as well. Yeah, they do live streams, man. I'm here, bro. But yeah, anyway, man, stay in touch, keep updated. If you're not part of my Discord, man, I'm gonna put the link down below. And I'm really, really happy because over the weeks, man, I've gotten like a lot of messages like from people like that I kind of like help them, and that's kind of like the thing that motivates me. I'm literally like, I'm traveling with almost no money. I'm hoping that my website is somehow kicking off or something eventually. But like, that's the life of an entrepreneur, right? I'm really, really hoping, because I'm putting myself in super danger right now. Like, I'm in a lot of debt. If I don't want to go too much into it, but like literally, I love you guys, and I'm doing it for you guys. And thanks for being on my side and shit. And yeah, man, I we'll see you probably. I'm gonna have to schedule some videos, but I'll probably see you guys in 1 week time, like when I've settled down and stuff. Or maybe I'll do a vlog for New Year's. Who knows? Anyways, I'll see you guys, and bro, stay safe. I'm gonna go back on Discord and see what my people are saying. Don't forget to join Discord, right? I'll see you soon. Bye bye.